What's up, Q-tippers? I've learned that no one really watches the YouTube, so I can pretty much say whatever I would like. So I'm just going to do a hot take here. Meryl Streep is not a good actress. Anyway, most importantly, I just wanted to let you guys know that Sam and I have officially released merchandise that you guys can purchase on Teespring. The link will be in the description of this YouTube video. It will also be in the Stupidity in Your Ear Instagram at Stupidity in Your Ear, one word. Um, please buy some merch. It really helps Sam and I will keep us able to do a lot of new projects and a lot of new episodes and buy some new mics. I wanted to give another shout out to Brad for just being himself. So anyway, guys, go ahead and please buy some merch. They have some shirts. We have some stickers. Buy both. They're really cheap. They're really nice. So thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
You're listening to the Stupidity in Your Ear podcast. Here comes the stupid.
Welcome back to the Love Podcast.
Do you really want to be in love?
Ready to do.
Give me the beatboard and free my little soul.
I want to get lost in your right. Okay, we're not going to
roll. Yeah, good call.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
What's up, Q-tippers? Good to see you all.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know you're listening because we can't see you. That was a
Brad.
stupid Calvin. Brad. No, this is a special episode because today Calvin and I are going to attempt to fall in love.
Dun dun dun.
As if we're not already there.
That's true. I mean, because we pretty much already killed it, but
I mean, we killed it. Sorry. This is a thing that's been done in other podcasts or YouTube channels and stuff, but essentially there are apparently 36 questions on this website that if you and someone else answer them together, then you will inevitably fall in love. So
hopefully,
fingers crossed. We're probably only going to do like 10 of the questions because it's really time consuming. But maybe we'll only fall 10% in love then. I don't know.
Yeah. We can only use 10% of your brain, so.
Right. You waste the other 90%.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get started, though, I would love to give a big shout out to our sponsor for this episode, Seinfeld.
Nice.
Yeah,
wow.
Jerry Seinfeld, he called me up the other day. He was like, hey, I'm not doing too hot in my career, but I've heard this Stupidity here is popping off. He actually said popping off, which was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you're a bit too for that, but whatever. And he was like, yeah, could you guys give me a plug? And I was like, sure, for a small amount of money. Yeah, so lots for the episode.
Let's try to get on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about possible dates for that.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can come pick us up. We should do our own thing for podcasting.
Yeah.
Podcasters in back alleys eating grilled cheese and ham.
No, they all have to start with P. Podcasters in ponds eating pea soup.
Pea soup. That is the best kind of soup, dude.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into
it.
Yeah, so first question is, Calvin, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
I think I'm going to go with my man Steve Carell. I mean, you've asked me this before, but I got to stick with it because nothing has changed. That man is a genius in several different forms. I mean, he's a writer, director, producer, the funniest actor that I think I know around right now. Oh, except for Chris Pratt is also. I would love Chris Pratt. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Gotta pick one.
Oh crap. I think I've idolized Steve Carell more, so I'm gonna go with Steve Carell. But I need Chris Pratt as well. So if I ever get to that point, I'm gonna have Steve Carell and Chris Pratt on the podcast and be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
what's up? Let's get stupid." I think I was just thinking too about when we were talking about making merch and putting like some pants and on like the butt it says "Get Let's Get Stupid." I remember that. Now that we have merch out, which you should go buy if you're listening, Brad. Go buy our merch.
Yeah.
It's in the
If you
description.
want pants to say "Get Your Stupid On," just drop down in the comments.
Let us know.
Let us know. No, that's a really good answer, Steve Carell.
I think Steve Carell. Sorry, I got
And
distracted.
I would love to eat dinner with him, but my answer is definitely C.S. Lewis. Just because. Oh yeah,
I'm a reader. I'm a reader.
Oh yeah, no. He's just been really influential in my life. I think the way he thinks is so cool. His writing is so great. I think he would just be somebody that would be fun to have a conversation with. But I could be way off.
Yeah.
He could be a weirdo.
I'm sure. I'm sure he'd be a very fun conversationist. But
yeah. So yeah, that's mine. Next question. What would constitute a perfect day for you?
I wake up. Someone brings me breakfast in bed. Actually, never mind. I actually really hate breakfast in bed. So because it logistically makes no sense because there's no way to like you're sitting up but you're so worried about spilling on the place you sleep in.
Yeah.
And then like I'm looking at my bed 'cause I'm just imagining. This is a studio actually. It's not really my room. It's a studio.
Right.
But like you're worried about spilling everywhere, and then like you're just like this close with the plate because there's nowhere to put the plate too. It's like on like your covers, but then you're worried about spilling, so then you're like holding your plate. It's very uncomfortable. You're just eating, and you're like basically the fork and the like your hands are like right next to each other, so you're like scooping it in your mouth because you don't want to spill anything, and it's not comfortable. It's not great. Not ideal.
So, not your perfect day would start with.
All right. I totally forgot what we were even talking about. Perfect day. I'm gonna wake up, and I happen to find $1,000 on the ground because this is how I'm gonna have to afford all the rest of this day.
Right.
I go to breakfast with some. I'm gonna go with my friends. No, I'm gonna go family because I haven't seen them in a while. Terrible son. I'm gonna go. Let's go eat breakfast with my family at somewhere nice. That's a breakfast place. I have a lot of good breakfast places. Doodah Diner. Shout out. We went there once. IHOP's always too flame, but that's more of like a late night. Like you got to go at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I go out to eat with my family in the morning, and then I come home. Probably read a little bit, take a little time off. It's raining outside, so it's aesthetically very pleasing. I'm all about aesthetics in this day. And so then for lunch, go hop out, get a nice burger probably, maybe some steak. With my friends this time. I would say maybe Dempsey's. Shout out Dempsey's, our second sponsor for today. They have incredible burgers and fries. I went there the other day with Hillard. It was very good. So then I go there with my friends, and then we go back to someone's house. We just hang out, play some video juegos, some Super Smash Bros, some Call of Duty, some Battlefront 2, old style like
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. But I'm talking like that $10 really old Battlefront game. That's too flame. And then
007.
Yeah. Oh, 007, some gun game on this boy. And then go out to dinner again. Something else, probably pretty crazy. Maybe a steak this time. And then I fly to Paris for the night, and then I walk around Paris, and thankfully I realized, the love of my life is right next to me. I don't know how that happened because I don't know who that is yet. She meets me in Paris. We didn't have the same flight. So then we spend the night in Paris, but of course separate rooms, and then then I realized, crap, I'm in Paris and I have class tomorrow, and so then I fly back, and then she's like, crap, I didn't book a flight, and so then we break up because we didn't communicate, and that's why communication is my biggest flaw. So that's what you're asking, right?
Um. So I'm gonna say same. All right. Next question.
Cool. Let's move on.
Let's see. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
Probably from lifting too many weights.
Mm,
Like just getting in the gym every day, like
yeah.
doing the bench press and
Mm,
the cleans and the deadlifts and
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, or actually parachuting, like what's that called when you jump out of a plane with a parachute?
Jetpacking.
Yeah, jetpacking, and just forgetting my parachute.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic one. Or if I were to want to die young, which yeah, if I were going to like if I was like, I've got a terminal illness, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
die tomorrow. I'm gonna go on
Yeah.
my own terms. I'm definitely getting in those squirrel suits, and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go and then just drill something really hard. And then I've
Yeah.
learned that actually when your parachute doesn't eject when you're I don't even know what that's called, jumping out of a plane.
Jetpacking.
Yeah, jetpacking. When you hit the ground, that's not what kills you. What kills you is you bounce up and every single bone in your body is broken, and then you land again, and the the broken bones and all that stuff just pierce all your organs and stuff, and that is actually what kills you. So, probably like the most horrible thing I've ever read in my entire life. But yeah. So anyway, that's probably my biggest fear. If that was your question.
I think I'm gonna die probably
Reading,
from reading too
reading
many
too
books.
much.
You actually read my brain. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'll probably just read in dim light a lot until my eyes start to degrade and disintegrate within my skull, and it becomes a poison to my brain that slowly kills me. But I'm so pretentious that I won't allow anyone to heal me or fix me. Instead, I try to read about how to heal myself and therefore kill myself by reading more. So,
Oh, smart.
yeah,
Smart man.
that's a good way to die. Not at all. That sounds awful. Okay, name three things that we have in common. I said we because the question says name three things you and your partner appear to have in common, and I'm just not super comfortable with that terminology. So,
Yeah. I don't want to put a label on this, you know. I'm just
yeah,
not there yet.
no,
Let's just keep it loose, keep it fluid,
yeah,
keep it chill.
we'll we'll keep the DTR far down the road.
Way down there.
Way down.
40th episode or something like that.
Just having fun, man.
Yeah, we're just
Learning
kind of
about myself, you know.
I'm just trying to date me right now. I just need to work on me.
I feel like I need to get myself in order before I'm
I'm
ready.
actually
to, like,
dating myself, yes. I hate that. Okay. I don't even know what the question was. I wasn't listening. So
three things that we have in common.
right. Podcasting.
Yeah.
Big podcaster guys.
Big gym guys.
Big time in the gym every
Big
day.
cut.
Yeah. Big time. What
Big
else do we
time.
have in common?
Big time rush.
Yeah. Oh, we both own guinea pigs. Avid guinea pig owners.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I was thinking of was that we both protested clean water.
Yeah.
We were both at that protest.
It's
It was a
just not,
protest.
it's not a
Well,
good idea.
yeah, there was the counter protest because we were counter protesting clear water. The people wanted clean water, and we were protesting against it
Yeah.
because we were like, no clean water.
Well,
Don't
the thing
waste
is,
my
if you
time.
get people used to having clean water, then when they have dirty water, they're only going to complain about
They're
it.
gonna complain all. Oh
And
my
then if you
gosh,
give
we're
them
just
dirty
encouraging
water,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I live by this. I drink dirty water every day.
Yeah, I agree. I go down to the lake that's right outside my duplex. I just wade into the water. It's
Yeah.
about at my knees. My shins are at about boot level of
Yeah.
dirt and mud. And there's seaweed floating around. There's algae. Fish are biting me. Little leeches attached, which always a fun time to burn those off. You know,
I know.
pyro myself, big pyro.
Oh, big pirate.
But then I take a bucket of water and I bring it into my fridge and I put that in, and I don't use a filter because that's disgusting. That's really
Filters the environment.
unsavory. Yeah, filters are bad for the environment. So
Yeah, I don't have
anyway,
the opportunity to do that. So usually what I'll do is I'll buy a bunch of Mio and then I'll squirt all of
Yo.
that out, and then fill that up with fecal matter, dirt, grime, and then I'll just squirt that into my water bottle after filling it up with clean water. So that's
Oh,
my
you squirt the Mio out
yeah,
and fill it with fecal matter.
right. Because it's really just the container that I want. So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
yeah, screw
okay,
drinking
seriously
water.
though, what we have in common, I'd say, I think our sense of humor is extremely similar, and that probably is due to just years of friendship.
True.
Um,
I say
I'd
that.
say, what else? What would you say?
We both we like to do a little of this and do a little of that and play a little bit of
And
some checkers. I don't
and
know. I
someone
don't know
says,
what we have
"Hey,
in
you
common.
want to do this?" And we're like, "Hey, I do like that to do that." Yeah.
What do we have in common? I honestly
Um,
can't think of.
I'd say we have pretty similar morals on a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. We do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I just really helped out that conversation.
Yeah.
No, we have
Yeah.
the same,
Yeah. No. No.
mostly
Yeah.
the same outlook
No.
on
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
world.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah. No. That's the
We do
one
this.
phrase
We
I
do
don't
have
get.
similar worldviews, though.
Yeah, we really do. Um, yeah. So that's two things we have in common. So that answers the question. What's
Cool. Yeah.
next? Um, what in your life do you feel most grateful for?
Most grateful for probably relationships with people, however that looks. I mean, family or friends or mentors or people who come up to me and they're like, "Calvin, you suck," and then I'm like, "I use that as motivation, dude."
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to home and I'm crying, and people are like, "Calvin, don't cry. Don't be a little crybaby." And then, yeah. Anyway, that's why I probably have insecurities because people come up to me and they tell me I suck. Was that what you were asking?
Um, no, I was asking like why you think it's a good idea to bottle your emotions.
Okay, yeah. So when you push them down and you just harbor those in, like
Mm-hmm.
psychologically, and I would know as a psychologist, it's
Right.
good because then you build up defense mechanisms that they totally distract you from reality. So then when you bottle all that stuff up, you don't have to live in this reality anymore, and that's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, and you can build walls around yourself and your heart so that no one else can get in, and then no one can hurt you. So
Yeah, perfect.
yeah. Um.
Yeah, I am most
Yeah.
thankful for relationships, though.
So
I'll just say that.
no. Yeah. I'd say the same. I'm really grateful for family and friends. I feel really blessed. Like I have a lot of really good relationships, and I'm also really thankful for the relationships of like people I know that like follow Stupidity in Their Ear on Instagram and like the posts about merch, but then don't buy it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a
it's
really
really
good prank that they're pulling.
motivational to me to like, wow, I need to actually sell merch and be better because apparently I suck, and I take it
It's
really
like,
personal. So
yeah, it's like, hey, we made this stuff for you guys, and like, it's really hard for us to do all this stuff with our limited income and limited
right,
time, and like,
right,
we put this stuff out for them so like they can enjoy it, and then they just
hmm
like, they like the picture and say like, oh, I support it, but then
yeah,
they just don't. Because one thing I've always loved in my life is when people like say like they support you or like they're for you or like they really
hmm
care about you,
hmm
then like they don't have any actions or anything to follow that up. Like
right,
that's something
right.
that I really appreciate from people. So
Yeah, well,
if you're
words
one of
speak louder than
yeah.
actions. So
Yeah, and if you can't afford merch, like that's cool. But like I know people who like can and like want to and they just don't. Like that's a good prank, so I respect it. So
yeah, no, it's a good prank. So moving on, next question. If you could change anything about how you were raised, what would it be?
be rich. Like when I say rich, like the most rich person on the planet, like
Mhm.
detached from the whole rest of the world, like because they have so much money.
Yeah, I'd say for me, I was taught to like share my emotions instead of bottling them up, and that was really detrimental to my
That's
mental health.
stupid. Yeah, that's stupid.
So yeah, that'd be my answer. I
Cool.
wish I had been taught to bottle my emotions.
Perfect. Next question.
Um, let's see.
If there's one thing I could change, actually, I don't know. Do you have anything off the top of your
um,
head?
uh, So I moved around, like I moved 3 different times growing up, and I really liked all the places I lived and all the different things. But just out of curiosity's sake, I would have really liked to have known what it's like to like live in one place for like your whole life. Because I just don't know what that's like and would want to know. So
Gotcha. That's a good one.
yeah.
Something about the way I was raised. Nothing really comes to mind. I'm sure I'll
Mm.
know like 10 years from now when I'm in therapy, just crushed. But I don't think of anything off the top of my head.
That's cool. No, that's a really good thing. Next question. Ooh. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I mean, tell me the truth about myself. Like, what would it say?
Essentially, I think you can ask it anything and get any answer.
I'd probably ask about. I don't know. I just feel like it's so dangerous to know the future. I've always thought that
Yeah.
because it's like then you either do everything in your power to try to change that, and it ends up making it worse, or you just become like so. Well, I can't change it, so I'll just do whatever I want and or do nothing, and
Yeah.
that to me is super dangerous. And I don't know. I don't know if I would want to know.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, "Yo, am I gonna ace this midterm?" I don't know.
Yeah. I would probably ask it, did OJ really do it?
I can
Psych.
tell you
Did.
that is just, yeah, that's not worth it because he's literally admitted it. So
That
that's
was kind
funny.
of a morbid thing to joke about. I'm sorry.
No, he did it. So
And I guess that doesn't relate to myself, my life, or my future at all.
well,
But
it's like, do I need to know if OJ
oh,
did it or not?
ooh. Okay, what is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Probably having a podcast.
God, stole my freaking answer.
That's not the greatest accomplishment of my life. I don't know. Probably when coach put me in fourth quarter during state and I threw a touchdown pass, and I'm never gonna outlive that moment. So
It's so
go
true, everyone.
straight
It's
down,
true.
green. Down in the trenches with my brothers. I don't know off the top of my head. What's yours? Do you know yours?
Probably, I'd say how many books I read is probably my greatest accomplishment.
It's funny.
That's a really hard question.
That is.
I don't know. I'd probably just say um, all of the like smart things that I tell other people. Like I'm really smart.
Yeah, it's like when people are like saying a fact that's like not true, and you're like, actually, no, that's not. That's based on 2004's data. Have you looked at the updated 2012 Dow Jones?
That Nasdaq, bro.
That Nasdaq. Big
That's
on
a really
Nasdaq.
hard question. Um,
Probably my ACT score. Although I tried really hard on that. I took it like 6 times, so
yeah,
I
you
was
did.
pretty
You
proud
worked
when I
hard.
finally stopped taking it. But it's not my greatest accomplishment.
Okay, next
My thing
question.
though, okay, let me speak to this. I think if you view your life as in high school, I achieved my greatest accomplishment, then it's not gonna be a good rest of your life. So I'd say I'm good keeping it open. So
Yeah, me too. Plus, I don't know if like
I have
accomplishment or
any
success.
accomplishments. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah, I
Or
have none.
I honestly don't know if that should be a good measure of your life. Like if that's a good way to measure if you've had a good life or not. Accomplishment and success. I don't know.
Respect.
I don't know. What do you value most in a friendship?
Money, so they can pay for me to go to Dempsey's 8 times a month.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, what about you?
I'd say, like a lot of time people say like they want like good influences, like their friends to be good influences. Um, but I already think that I'm good enough, so I want friends to be bad influences on me.
Well, and that way, like you are like seen as like the good guy of the group, and that can really boost
Right,
your ego. So that's
right.
really healthy. So
And my ego is really deflated. I'm not really
Mhm.
egotistical. I don't really struggle with pride. So
Cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
really modest of you to say that. So
thanks, man. Uh,
my actual thing would definitely be probably I don't know. I'm tempted to say like just I don't know. I don't know if you can define what I'm trying to say, but there are just certain times when Hulu, nice, you're getting a special offer.
oh yes, not even I don't even pay for Hulu anymore.
But it's I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like there's just certain times when it just like clicks instantly.
Hmm.
Trying to get it in the and like you just know like yeah we're gonna be friends
Yeah,
and that you can get along with them all the time. But when you do, you're fighting and you're screaming and crying, you're throwing your hair dryer at them and they're throwing their brush at you and
yeah.
you're screaming like you're sleeping on the couch tonight and the other one's like I don't love you anymore, this marriage has been horrible, and then you realize yeah this isn't the same person that you married 10 years ago, and then you're moving out and you're splitting up all the assets and it's just tough. So that
One of you
was a
gets one
horrible.
dog, somebody gets the cat.
I don't know where that even came from, but that was not even funny. That's
Oh,
just sad.
are you doing okay, buddy?
I'm not married, so I don't know. I don't know what that was. It was really sad though. So yeah, probably the most important thing to me is that your love lasts in a marriage. So
Right, right. Um, I'd say the most important thing in friendship.
feel free to say an actual answer because I don't know where I was going with
Um,
that.
okay. I think something that's really important in friendship is that both people are um, oriented toward like the same thing in life. Like, like if they both, if they're friends not for the sake of being friends, but if they're friends because they're both really invested in something else, and therefore they're side
Promotion.
by side in like going towards this goal. Um, I don't know. I think that's really helps. I
I
don't know.
dig. I
I
dig it.
dig. I dig. Mm. Ooh, ooh, this will be a good one. What is your most treasured memory?
Probably when I've been playing quarterback all year, and coach said, "Calvin, the team needs you. You're gonna go in and play running back, and you're gonna go run this ball down the field, this pigskin down. And you're gonna score a touchdown in the fourth quarter of the state championship game." And I said, "Coach, for you, I'll do this." And I said, "My brothers are down in the trenches, and they're fighting in those trenches. They're down there. They're fighting their battles. They're working hard. They're digging down in those trenches in the mud and the dirt and the grime, and they're getting trench foot, and they're taking a bunch of damage, and mortar shells are flying everywhere." And I said, "Coach, I'm in there. I'm in there with the team." And I carried the football all the way down from the 10-yard line on our other side, all the way down for a touchdown. And they said, "Calvin, you just won us the state championship." So that's my most touched memory. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool. My favorite memory would probably be when when I was playing defense senior year, third game of the year for soccer, and stepped in and cleared the ball out, and this defender or this other guy on the other team, he tripped and fell into my leg, and I ruptured my entire ACL. So that was a pretty cool memory.
dude, yeah,
A
that's
lot of good,
sick, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
sick.
of fun things associated with that. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, and then the craziest thing about it was the very next game, coach was like, "Hey, Draper, I know you have a torn ACL, but we need somebody to go in there and score."
remember that. Remember that.
So yeah, I took my brace off and I threw it into the crowd. Everybody was going crazy. They fought over it. Some people
Who
just
wants it? Who wants it?
yeah,
Who wants a
yeah.
brace? Who wants a brace? Get loud if you want a brace.
Actually, that's not how it happened. That I handed it off to the team mascot, and he had like a t-shirt cannon, but for orthopedic knee braces, and he shot that. And I actually felt bad because it hit some old lady in the head.
Oh well,
Yeah, that was,
shouldn't have been. Should have been looking.
yeah, come on. I mean, you should know when an orthopedic knee brace is flying towards your head at 30 mile an hour. But
Right.
yeah, so then I scored a Brazilian hat trick, and
6 goals.
yeah,
Wow.
and
That's impressive.
yeah. They were going to
Impressive.
carry me off the field, but I said, no, it's okay. I can walk.
Wow, that's crazy awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That's beast, dude. That's beast.
It was, I was a hype beast, and I went hard in the paint. So.
That's how you go hype beast, dude. That's how you go hype beast. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to think of my actual favorite memory because I haven't answered any of these questions in a real way, and like I'm worried we're not going to fall in love if I don't. So, my most favorite memory, I don't know. I have some good ones, but I remember. Okay, a good memory was definitely going to the Grand Canyon and watching the sunset. That was too flame.
Mm.
I don't know. Definitely some soccer stuff, but less like actual playing, and more just being with like the team. Every team I played on usually enjoyed, so just hanging out. Mostly, I don't know. I don't have a just one doesn't just like stick out. Just more just like being with people and hanging out.
Yeah.
Get on that grind.
Yeah.
Hey, we played Call of Duty one time. We were playing gun game, 10 gun setback, of course, and we played for literally probably over 2 hours. And our entire armpits are covered from the shirt sleeve down to past the rib cage. Riley had over 300 kills. Caleb was sitting out because we had 5 of us there, and he was punching me brutally in the face and in the arms and chest whenever I would knife someone and set the game back longer. I remember actually, you know what? I won that game, and so that actually is probably my favorite memory because that was probably the most hype beast I've ever gone. I was like, hype beast, and then I just knifed him, and then I was shooting, and I was knifing and punching, and that was actually a really good memory. It was incredibly painful while Caleb was punching me and brutalizing me, but it was really fun. So that's probably my favorite one.
That's a really good memory. I remember that as well. I think the one I remember most recently, and I think that's just because I kind of miss everybody a lot, but that final night we all had together at that fire out on Hillard's land. It was the 5 of us, and we just kind of got real, and I don't know.
That was a good one.
That was
a
really
good one.
So
yeah.
Next question. What is your most terrible memory? Or maybe embarrassing story or something. I don't know.
I'm debating whether or not to let the world in on a moment that was probably the most embarrassing thing. But it's really probably, it would make people laugh. We're far enough into the episode that no one's probably listening, so it's probably worth it to tell it. But
you want me to tell a story while you decide?
Yeah.
Okay. So my classic go-to answer for tell an embarrassing story is in 2nd grade. I was sitting in Mrs. Way's class, and as a class, we were coming up with synonyms for small. I don't know I guess that's something you do in 2nd grade, just list synonyms as a class exercise. And I was sitting next to this girl I had a crush on. And for some reason, I rose my hand and I shouted out the word bikini. And I don't even know.
Classic, dude.
I didn't know what that meant when I was that old. B, I don't know how I associated that with small. I think because we were thinking along the lines like teeny or like weenie. I don't know, but I shouted that out, and I just remember everybody laughing at me and being so embarrassed.
Wow, my story is 1,000 times worse than that one. So I don't know if I want to tell it, but
You don't have
you know
to.
what? No, I'm going to because it's time. It's time because
Is it
I've
time?
never said this story out loud. I mean, you'll know what it is because you're involved.
I
But
know. I know.
so I called your dad. No, and I said, "What's up, big boy?"
What's up, big boy?
Done that before. I have a lot of embarrassing stories with your family. That's just classic. But um, one time it had to be early middle school. I mean, yes, when we were friends first. Yeah, probably 6th grade. And I went to dinner with your family. We were hanging out, and we all went to dinner.
Okay.
And I had like repressed this memory so far down there. I just was like,
Hey, it's
just
that
hanging
whole
out.
thing of
Yeah, the
yeah,
good stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
I was
Pushing
literally just
emotions down.
reminded of this the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, it's horrible, horribly embarrassing. But we went to dinner with your family, and it was just a normal dinner, and we were driving home, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I feel kind of sick. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I have to use the restroom. And it was like a 15-minute drive back, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally like about to poop my pants in your parents' car. Like your whole family's in there and me. And I'm like, this is like the peak of like very like I don't know where to go, like what to do. I'm very insecure already as a
Yeah,
6th grade kid, 'cause
yeah.
it was 6th grade, and to then have to do that, and I was like, oh my, and I didn't know this then, but I definitely had food poisoning. It just murdered my whole entire body. And so then we're like almost home, like in your neighborhood, and I just went because there was nowhere else for it to go. I mean, it had to be at least 10 pounds worth of body. And so like not all 10 pounds were released, but it was not like my stomach intestinal area couldn't handle all of it. So like it was about this high and then like probably this much left. It wasn't that bad, but I like it wasn't like a whole lot, but definitely like it was like a fart that didn't end up um, how you would hope a fart would go. And so then I was dying at this point of embarrassment. And then I get into your house. I'm like just sprint to a bathroom, and I was in there for so long, probably close to an hour, just getting through that poisoning. So not my fault, just food poisoning. But I remember being absolutely mortified because I had just soiled my pants and then sprinted downstairs and destroyed your bathroom. And yeah, it was incredible, but it was also in the same way so embarrassing. I've never spoken that story out loud. I don't know if you remember that, but that
I
happened.
vaguely have some recollection of that. Not really, though.
Should have
But
said it then, but okay.
honestly, that's more of like that kind of stuff happening to like young boys is so much more common than you like. Just
Yeah.
having three younger brothers and their friends and that kind of stuff's happened to me before, and it's like at friends' houses is the only time
Yeah,
it ever happens.
it's never in a safe place. It's always a dangerous environment of
Yes.
man eat man and just yeah, that was embarrassing. But you know
Well,
what can you
thanks for
do?
sharing, man. That was
Hey,
really
thanks.
brave.
I really have a trend here. I embarrass myself at your family's house and at your family's expense. So prank.
Oh man. Okay. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you're now living, and why?
I would cancel going to WSU. No way. Go Shocks, but I ain't taking classes anymore because those are going to be useless. I'd quit doing that. I'd quit my job at the factory. No more steel mill for Calvin. And then I would probably travel all over the place. Just kind of see friends and family. Just hang out, bool. I'd be like, don't be sad. Let's just bool. Whatever bool means.
Yeah.
Just go around seeing places and
Hmm.
telling my friends, I know that your life's not ending, but mine is. So drop everything you have to come be
Right.
with me. So
Yeah.
hopefully they would do that and see what happens. But I would travel a bunch and uh, visit friends and family and
Yeah.
yeah, probably take out a bunch of loans on stuff and then be like, oh, I can't pay them, so screw the banks over. And then my parents are like, Calvin, those go directly to us, you idiot. And then I feel bad, but I'm dead anyway, so they can't really do anything. So they can't make me feel bad because I'm dead. So can't be angry at a dead person. True fact.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, that's mine.
Huh.
What's yours?
I would probably drop out of school as well. And then I'd spend basically every second I had reading.
I knew you were gonna say that. So you just said every second I had. I was like, oh, you son of a gun.
Dude, son of a gun.
All that knowledge
No.
is useless. You're dead soon. You don't need to read. I would
How do
never
you
read
know?
again if I knew I was gonna die.
No, I mean, obviously you gotta spend time with family and friends and travel as well. I'd probably want to see, what would I want to see? I'd want to go to New Zealand, walk the Trail of Moon.
Yes, I gotta go to New Zealand and the redwoods in California.
Dude, redwoods are lit, bro.
Lit, dude,
I
lit.
hate that I just said that.
Yeah,
Even as
that
a
was
joke.
embarrassing for you. Yeah, that was cringy for me.
Oh man. Okay, next question. What roles do love and affection play in your life?
None. They're non-existent. Next question.
Cool. How do you feel about your relationship with your mother?
None non-existent as well. Go on.
Okay. Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share.
Anything, because I am lonely.
Cool. Next question. If
Just knock you suckers out, dude. We got a time limit on this sucker. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have nothing in my life worth exciting about, so it's really sad.
would you like to answer any of those or not?
What was the first one? Because I had forgotten.
Um,
What role did love and affection play in your life?
yes.
I mean, does that mean like rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 of how often it's there, or like, do you like that or do you not like it? Or I feel like
Yes, all of the above.
most people don't like to feel loved and affection like
Yeah.
towards them, and so I'm
Yeah,
one of
you're
those
kind of
people.
weird because you like that, but
Yeah. But I mean, I
I
guess
think it's absolutely despicable and really weak when guys show love and affection.
yes, when guys are vulnerable, when they act out their feelings of passion, besides anything besides football, of course, because I mean, who doesn't love football? I
My
mean,
true one
guys love guy football time. Yeah, football down the trenches.
with my brothers.
But yeah, when they act out any type of feelings or passion for anything, I pretty much think they're stupid. So
Everybody knows boys don't cry. Don't cry. All right.
Yep.
If you couldn't tell by the blatant sarcasm, Calvin, I don't agree with that, but whatever.
Yep.
That's weird. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's?
My house, my mom is like, she loves the house being really cold. So when you say close and warm, I'm gonna say no, because she would always have like a blanket on because it was so cold. But in like an affectionate way, I would say yes. I did have a happy childhood as well, because I was very blessed. I was very blessed.
Yeah.
I was actually very, very blessed to have my family there. They're top notch.
The topest of notches.
Yeah, no, they're good. I had a very happy childhood, I think, too, especially seeing some other childhoods that are not so lucky. So,
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah. I would say the same. I think the warmth in my family, like I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I guess what that means is like open affection. I think that has increased as my family has
I'm the
gotten
same
older.
way. Yeah, same way.
Because I think as a little kid, especially as a little boy, you're like showing affection is weird. But as you get older, it's like, no, this is something that you should do.
Matters, then yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'd say my family's really close now. Especially with me leaving, I feel has made us a little closer out of necessity. I don't know. But yeah, that's my answer.
Cool. Yeah.
Hmm.
Next question.
Okay, I can complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share. Fill in the blank.
Gumbo.
Dang
Big
it, Calvin.
gumbo
Why'd you
guy.
steal my answer again?
I know. Sorry, I'm just a big gumbo guy. I've had it like once, but it was pretty good. Let me guess what yours is. A book.
Nope. A novel, actually.
Okay, a novella. Anything, something I could share with probably my love of Star Wars, and I do have that.
Ooh,
So, I mean, Star Wars is the best thing of all time. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that.
that's so true.
Down, down, boom, boom. Nailed that song.
Nailed it.
What's yours? Do you have anything?
Oh, I'd say probably like a good sandwich,
Mm,
like just like
peanut butter and anchovies.
no,
Oh,
not
yeah.
not that, man. That's disgusting.
All right, then never mind.
Yeah, shut it.
Next question.
Just like for the rest of the podcast, like we just don't really talk.
Classic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Fine.
I'm cutting this in post, so.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, when did you last cry in front of another person? Ooh. Never, because I'm a dude.
I don't think you're allowed to cry if you're a guy. So unless your football team loses state, dude, in the fourth quarter when you're down in the trenches with your brothers,
All of our friends that play football are
they're
gonna
gonna.
hate me.
Every listener who plays football is gonna be just hating on me. But it's not football that I'm targeting, I don't think. But it also might be. But
It's Texas football. That's what we're targeting.
Texas football. I pay $15 million for a stadium and try to build up my kingdom in this high school football league. I don't even know. Um, the last time I cried in front of somebody, dang, I don't know. I'm just not a crier. I wish I was, but I'm unfortunately not. Um, Actually, I remember I was in Albania, and um, I was with a group, obviously, but we were just sharing like our stories or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know how much people know about Albania because I hadn't heard of it, so I'll kind of give some backstory. It was Soviet Russia pretty much took it over, and it was communist for so long until the late 90s, I think, if not longer. And so, I mean, it was like declared nationally, like the borders were all closed, and it was very poor. It's still one of the most poor countries, and just it was atheistic, which like I don't know if you're religious people or not, but like it was just it was a painful, hopeless environment. So like
Dang.
it was encouraged to be hopeless, and so she was just talking about how hopeless she was, and her husband passed away at one point, and it was really hard on her. She's just telling her story, and she didn't speak English. So it was just like we had to translate, and I was like crying listening to her story. It was just so hopeless of like just communist, and then like no hope, and she was super poor, and everyone was just at war, and then like it was a terribly corrupt government, and still is, and the last couple of years she's had a bit more hope, and just a lot of stuff has changed, like they're not communists anymore, and open borders, and crazy stuff, crazy stuff. But that was last time I cried, was listening to that story. So
Wow.
bangers. Yeah.
I think for me, the last time I watched Old Yeller,
Yeah, when that dog shoots the owner, it's like, how did he even get the gun? And
He doesn't have opposable thumbs. It doesn't work. No, honestly, the last time I cried was probably last Sunday. It was like a week ago. I was just really moved in worship, so
dig.
that was kind of crazy.
Can you dig?
Can you dig it? Yeah. So, I guess the
So I'm gonna cut that in post.
I I guess the final question is: Do you
Love
now
football.
love
Of course,
me?
I love football. Football. Classic football. I don't even know what you said. I'm just talking about football.
Yeah, that's okay. Um, I said the last question is: Do you love me?
Well, Sam, let me give you something. Girls dig guys who cry all the time. I see that on Twitter all the time. It's like, I just want a guy who can cry, like who's just in touch with his emotions. He's constantly sobbing his eyes out, just complaining, begging for like the pain to stop. I just want a guy like that. That was too far. Talk about getting cut in posts. I'm not gonna cut that. I lied. But I would say, yeah, I'm in love with you. So
Ditto.
ditto, fist bump.
Oh yeah, that hurt. Dang, that was really
Classic.
hard, man. God,
Classic. Yeah, sorry, dude.
that's
That was
why
a
we're
good
talking about getting cut, man.
getting cut. Football season's coming up, baby. Off season grind.
Program.
I love football, dude.
Oh man, this has been a fun episode. It really
It
has.
has been. Yeah, I mean, what's not to love about falling in love? You know.
Um, Nothing, I'd say.
I agree. Anyway, probably could wrap up. I don't even know how long we're going, but
Yeah.
probably should wrap it up.
We're just about. Hang on, like hit my headphones. We're just about at what our usual time length is. I guess we can finish up by saying, again, thanks for listening. If you made it this far, which I doubt anyone did,
Yeah.
but seriously, we'd really love if you guys would buy some merch.
Agreed.
It again, it's not really about money. It's more just about we're really proud of the design. Lauren worked really hard on it, and it's just a great way for you guys to show that you actually enjoy what we're doing. And if you don't, then don't buy it. So then we can
Yeah.
we can stop. But
Tell us to our faces like this is a stupid thing. Like stop doing what you're doing, and yeah, that's good. We want that.
cool.
But the link for the merch and stuff is in the YouTube description. If you're listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube, I guess you should do that. Check out our YouTube.
Yeah.
But it'll also be on our Instagram at Stupidity In Your Ear.
Mm.
It'll be in my Instagram, your Instagram, I think as well, maybe. But
Yeah.
give us some love.
Yeah.
It's all about love today. All love today, dude. All love. I'm just speaking love to these people. I'm just trying to speak love, dude. Oh, make love, not war, dude. Yeah, sick. Yeah, pacifists suck, dude. Ah, dang it.
Oh, anyway. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been fun. So
yeah, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
How do you turn this thing off?